Hi everyone, my name is Brittany Glenn and I am a senior here at Bryant University, graduating in May. I'm really excited. I'm going to be getting my marketing degree with a minor in both psychology and communications. Over the summer, I was fortunate enough to get an internship with the Boston Celtics. It was really exciting, and I was a game operations intern there in their front office, which was located just across the street from the Garden. And as a game operations intern, I was responsible for a lot of things, but my main focus on my very first day, which was May 24th, it's a day I'll never forget because it was Game 4 of the Orlando series the Orlando series in the NBA playoffs. I went in at 8 a.m. that day and I didn't leave till past midnight. So it was quite a long day and it was really overwhelming, but it was definitely worth it. During the finals, my responsibility as an intern was to escort the color guard to the center court for the opening ceremony. So I was responsible for escorting them on and off the court, and I was responsible for any halftime entertainment or promotions that were being implemented during the game. So basically I sat in what they call the marketing tunnel to coordinate all that sort of stuff on my headset. And after the Celtics lost, unfortunately, and the playoffs calmed down, my focus kind of switched to the Celtics dance team, where they hold their tryouts during the summer. And I was lucky enough to plan pretty much the entire preliminary and final auditions alongside the dance team director, Marina Ortega. That was an awesome experience for me because I grew up dancing and I really liked organizing and having everything ready for all of the contestants. For example, I put together the finalist packets for the 50 girls, including all the music they needed and all the forms they needed, especially consent forms. That was something that was really important, where I got to work with human resources on that aspect. Besides that, another one of the big events that I worked with was in the community relations department, where every year they host this event called Feed the Children, where they work with that corporation, and we were just basically distributing non-perishable goods to people in the greater Boston area. And that event, I also won't forget because it absolutely downpoured when we were trying to unload the truck filled with the items. But I was working alongside Brian Scalabrine, and as everybody knows, he's quite a character. So I really had a lot of fun with him. And fun story about him is he doesn't call any intern by their name. I was intern 1, which actually was still a lot of fun. I didn't take any offense to it. But besides that, overall my experience with the Celtics was incredible, and I was able to get that experience because of a Bryant alum named Pat Walsick. He graduated 2 years ago and he's now an account executive for them. And he helped me get in, and on top of that, there are 2 other Bryant alums who work for the Celtics currently. I think, though, the biggest challenge of my internship had to have been the hard hours. As I mentioned, I started my first day at 8 a.m. and didn't finish till midnight. Especially game days are really hard, and then whenever there's an event, it just kind of depends on the event. For example, I had to escort Lucky the mascot to a lot of his dunk shows during the summer. I also had to escort some of the Celtics dancers to various appearances, such as radio shows, and I remember being at the office for 5 a.m. one day. So the tough hours was probably the biggest challenge in getting used to that in the sports industry. Besides that, I think my best advice is really to work with the Career Center. I started back in November of my junior year on my resume and going to the workshops, especially I remember right before my interview with the Celtics, I came to the interview tips workshop, and that was really, really helpful just to get some final tips to give me confidence before I went into my interview. And best advice would be proactive and start earlier than you even think, and opportunities will definitely come your way.